Disclaimer, the audio is desynced again for some reason, so don't pay much attention to the in-game audio as that is off. It's just a commentary for this video. As hello everybody and welcome to the 2023 NR2003 Daytona 500. To start this season off here, Alex Bowman and Denny Hamlin line up on the front row here. Behind them, Kyle Larson, Todd Gilliland, Kyle Larson, Noah Gragson, Austin Dillon, and Jimmy Johnson. As we are underway in the Great American Race, the two Hendrick cars of Bowman and Larson line up together and get off to the early jump here, trying to work their way towards the front. Well, they are at their first Daytona 500 win ever for both of them, and we will see how that pans out as they go three wide, a couple rows behind them for a couple rows deep. But the question is, it's not if, it's when the big one will strike. We shall see. Usually in these races, it strikes within the first couple of laps and causes absolute mayhem. We will see if that does the same today. As Bowman, Larson side by side now going through turn 3 and 4. You see William Byron made an incredible save right there on the apron of the racetrack. Oh, Tyler Reddick just got sent down low. He's going to hold on to it. What a save by Tyler Reddick. Watch out, back on the track. Oh my goodness. Narrowly avoided a huge wreck right there. There goes Christopher Bell, the 20 now off the track on the apron, emerging back on this time. Much more safe right there, crashing big time over the front of the field. There they go, the big one at Daytona. Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Truex, Pastrana. Upside down is Michael McDowell. Tyler Reddick is in it. Elliott is in it. Briscoe, Cody Ware, LaJoy, Buescher, Earps. So many drivers involved. Zane Smith in it. Noah Gragson, as the huge one absolutely strikes here at Daytona on lap 2. Looks like it may have started here at the front with Chase Briscoe and Austin Dillon. Let's see how this happens. Chase Briscoe tries to come back on the track, clips Austin Dillon, and they go crashing up into the wall, and cars go wrecking below them, and just the path is getting blocked, and cars are just piling into each other. Then you see cars upside down here. Michael McDowell gets lit up there, and Tyler Reddick slid in and sent him up and over. So now we can look here as Michael McDowell's view of this. As you see here, as we go in slow, Keselowski and Earps, they're three wide. He's trying to make it through here. They're stacking up in front of him. He just piles in clear, and then Travis Pastrana full sends it, destroys his car and Martin Truex. And Tyler Reddick doesn't lift. Slams Riley Herbst, which ends up putting Cody Ware into Michael McDowell, which flips McDowell over. As Tyler Reddick decides he's going to try the no-lift strategy. It doesn't work here, as this huge wreck, it's even worse, as he just comes flying in there. Huge. Oh my goodness. Tyler Reddick, what are you doing, buddy? Oh my god. So the huge one strikes on lap 2 at Daytona. That's going to take out about half the field already. You see here, so the cars that survived at the front of the field, here we are. It's Larson, Bowman, and Gilliland here battling for top 3 position on the racetrack. And to the line, Kyle Larson will lead the 500. As now we're going to get back underway here on lap 6, on to lap 7 now. You can see out of the race, Reddick, Truex, Briscoe. There's 28 cars left in the race, so 12 cars were knocked out from the first big one of the day here, as Kyle Larson on the inside lane, his teammate Alex Bowman trying to go on the outside. Behind them, Gilliland, Preece, Ty Gibbs, the top 5. As now they're side by side as we head into turn 1. Larson and Bowman. Bowman now going to take advantage on the inside lane. He's got a good momentum right there. He's trying to make something happen as he now will clear his teammate of Kyle Larson down the backstretch, as that Hendrick speed showing early in the Daytona 500. But don't look now. Here comes the rookie Ty Gibbs on the inside lane, trying to take second away from Kyle Larson. And Ty Gibbs' first ever Daytona 500 being a contender for the moment. Bowman still leads, your pole sitter still leads the way right now. Eric Almirola moves into third. Larson continues to drop back now as the inside lane really seems to be the strong one to start this race, as Denny Hamlin moving his way up. So it's Kevin Harvick. They're going to be 3 wide at the line. Bowman leads that lap. Now he will be the one on the outside lane getting hung out, just like his teammate Kyle Larson, as Ty Gibbs and Eric Almirola will now go 3 wide with Bowman for the race lead through the corner. They'll hang up on Denny Hamlin, giving the 10 a big shove through the corner now. Eric Almirola, now your leader down the back straightaway here of the Daytona 500. He's got help from Denny Hamlin behind him and Kyle Larson in that middle lane now prevailing as they hang out. Ty Gibbs, and Ty Gibbs is in the wall. The 54 in the wall, losing positions. Ty Gibbs really put it in the wall right there. That's going to cost him some positions as Denny Hamlin, just like that, took that opportunity, went underneath Eric Almirola, and now Denny Hamlin, 3-time Daytona 500 winner, now leading, looking for a 4th Daytona 500 win, but still in a tight battle with Eric Almirola. Now here comes the 4, Kevin Harvick, looking to make a move here as he's about to give Denny Hamlin a big shove here. As Almirola has help with the Hendrick cars. Hamlin's got Harvick and Allmendinger behind him. Side by side, down the back straight for the lead. Harvick going to make it 3 wide for the lead now. This can be Harvick, Hamlin, and Almirola 3 wide heading down the back straightaway. Almirola, though, pulls ahead to get clear. And then Almirola goes in the wall. Contact Larson. Whoa, almost wrecking. What a save. Larson, Almirola, and Bowman almost crashed right there, but they all save it and manage to avoid disaster. I mean, that's incredible. And back at the front, this can be Kevin Harvick leading this field over AJ Allmendinger, Denny Hamlin, and Harrison Burton in this front pack of 4 right now as Bowman and the rest of them try to regroup and gain back up to your leaders. They're already 3 wide back here. Byron Gibbs and Justin Haley. There's Gibbs. Justin Haley now makes the move on the inside lane. Towards the front, Kevin Harvick still leads, but you know Denny Hamlin's probably going to try to make a move here as they go into 3 and 4. Looks like they're going to keep it single file for now. Try to run some laps toward the end of stage 1, which is on lap 40. And they're going to be side by side to the line here, and your leader at the start-finish sign with a big boost of momentum will be Kevin Harvick. As now we move on to lap 24, 17 to go in stage 1. Daniel Suarez now leads this race. They're 3 wide behind him. Justin Haley, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Cindric goes low, and we're crashing big time behind it. There goes Kyle Busch, Cindric, Ty Gibbs, McLeod, Byron Chastain in it. Oh no, Jimmy Johnson gets hit. Keselowski big hit as well. Denny Hamlin. And the huge one, V2 strikes at Daytona on lap 24. All kicked off by Austin Cindric merging back on the track and getting turned into the 8 of Kyle Busch. Then Bowman clips Denny Hamlin, spins him up into Todd Gilliland. They go into the wall and down the track, and nowhere for Jimmy Johnson and Brad Keselowski to go. Absolutely slamming the wreck, huge damage, and unfortunately 7-time champion Jimmy Johnson in his return will not win the Daytona 500. He will be out of the race from this incident. As you see here, Cindric just goes on the apron and then gets turned by Ty Gibbs right up hard into the outside wall. Nowhere for Kyle Busch or Chastain to go. Then Ty Gibbs into McLeod. Nowhere for Byron to go. He piles in. Then of course Johnson and Keselowski slam hard into Hamlin. Then Brad Keselowski takes a lick into the outside wall. As now we view here from Denny Hamlin, you see they wreck up in front of him, and he's just going to get turned by Bowman, and nowhere for Todd Gilliland to get drilled, and then down the track, boom! Big hit for Jimmy Johnson. Brad Keselowski up here, bang! Hard hit right there into that outside safer barrier, knocking out Keselowski and Jimmy Johnson, 2 strong contenders for this race, as well as Denny Hamlin. A lot of contenders taken out in this. Austin Hill just gets clipped a little bit. See the 6 hard in the wall, Jimmy Johnson's, and they both wreck out together right there on the track. Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace, all those guys are going to go by clean, where at least half the field now are going to be completely destroyed for the 2nd time in the second just humongous wreck. I see up there Kyle Busch was having a good run, still not going to win his first Daytona 500 in that number 8 Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. See Byron spinning up the track right there, and then you hate it for Jimmy Johnson. Really, all the open cars now pretty much taken out of this race. Travis Pastrana knocked out in the first wreck. Jimmy Johnson now knocked out in this one. Zane Smith is limping around, barely any speed, and of course Austin Hill was also involved in this crash. And a lot of good cars. I thought Denny Hamlin would have a shot at winning this thing, but now he's out. Same for Kyle Busch and Austin Cindric and Brad Keselowski. With the cars that are remaining, if you look at the front of the field, it's Daniel Suarez and Justin Haley side by side for the lead, as Eric Jones's Guns N' Roses Chevy for Legacy Motor Club is 1 lap down and is just trying to get back on the lead lap, but will not be able to do so this time, as Justin Haley takes the advantage to 3 and 4 as they come through the tri-oval. Justin Haley will be your leader here in the Daytona 500. As then we move on to 2 to go, coming to the last lap of stage number 1. It is Ryan Preece leading Daniel Suarez. Here we go. Last lap of stage number 1 here at Daytona. Preece looking for the stage win in the playoff point, but so is Daniel Suarez. Harvick back there in 30 doesn't quite have the draft of this pack of 3 cars. Erik Jones, the lap car, of course. So it's pretty much going to be down between Preece and Suarez with the 16 cars we have left in the race. 15 of them on the lead lap. But these guys are about to lap Ryan Blaney and Zane Smith. So you're down the backstretch for the final time in stage 1. Suarez not challenging Ryan Preece at all. And now Suarez trying something to 3 and 4. They'll see how they can navigate the lap traffic of Ryan Blaney and Zane Smith. Suarez to the bottom, Preece to the top. Suarez tries it, nothing there. And as they lap both Ryan Blaney and Zane Smith back to the line, Ryan Preece will win stage 1 in Daytona. Daniel Suarez second. Kevin Harvick will be third. Here comes Aric Almirola to bring home 4th place. Harrison Burton 5th, and then Christopher Bell 6th. Ty Dillon 7th. Here comes Larson, Justin Haley, and Elliott to round out your top 10. So Ryan Preece wins stage 1, the Daytona 500. As now we move on, just like that, to the 2 to go in stage 2. Couple more cars, I think one more car has been out of the race. Not much has happened in stage 2, but Kevin Harvick now leads, looking for the stage win. But Ryan Preece wants that stage sweep. He's right there behind him, and so is the 99 of Daniel Suarez, who has been runner-up in both stages so far today. We'll see what they can do here as Harvick leads. Preece putting the pressure on. Now he's going to get a big run here on exit of 4. What will he do? Preece will go to the buff. Suarez will go to the bottom. Preece will go to block. They're going to be 3 wide here. Suarez below the double yellow line in the grass. Up the track, nearly wrecking. Now cost Suarez his shot to stage win. But Preece now has enough momentum to jump ahead of Kevin Harvick on this last lap of stage 2. As he gets clear with the help of Erik Jones to look to sweep the stages here in the Daytona 500. Start the season good with 2 playoff points and a solid 20 stage points, and if he finishes off the race strong, he should be very good up in the points to start this 2023 NR2003 season. Ryan Preece still leading as they go through 3 and 4 for the final time in stage 2. Erik Jones, of course, seems to be 1 spot short about every stage to getting back on the lead lap. Poor guy is still going to be trapped 1 lap down in 7th. As they come to the line, Ryan Preece will sweep the stages at Daytona. Kevin Harvick 2nd. Daniel Suarez will be 3rd. Here comes Aric Almirola to be 4th. Ty Dillon rounds out your top 5. And then Harrison Burton, Erik Jones, Kyle Larson, Justin Haley, and BJ McLeod, your top 10 in stage 2 at Daytona. So Preece sweeps the stages. As now we move on to lap 114. This is with 87 to go in this race. Harvick got it down to Preece and Larson. Down the track they go. They're going to save it, Preece and Larson, but they're going to merge on the track going at a high speed. Preece up into Harvick, and Harvick's in the wall. And there goes Harvick. And one of the contenders for the win will now be out of the race. Kyle Larson is also destroyed. I believe Harrison Burton collected some damage. Looks like Preece, after getting turned by Harvick, gets his revenge by coming up the track directly into his teammate Harvick and knocking the 4 out of the race completely. This is insane. These are like the last 10 guys in the race, and boom! Preece slams Harvick, and Harvick will be destroyed out of this race. Now see Harrison Burton gets into him there, and Kyle Larson, the 5, also came back on the track. Let's see how this happened. As see Larson and Preece, they get sent down low, and then Larson literally cuts through the pit lane, then comes back on the track, loses control in the grass right in front of Harrison Burton, who hits him and spins the 5 of Larson into the outside wall. Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick, Harrison Burton going to be out of this race after a dramatic move as Daniel Suarez leads. Now we move on to 3 laps to go in the Daytona 500. It's down to the last 2 cars on the lead lap. Daniel Suarez, your race leader, and 2nd place right now, Ryan Preece, who has to deal with this lap car of Erik Jones, who's in 3rd place now because everyone else is multiple laps down. Ryan Preece can't seem to get by Erik Jones, and he either needs to work with Erik Jones and shove him past Daniel Suarez, or try to maintain in front of him and just block him and get a huge shove to try to make a run. As right now, them just being side by side is not going to do Preece any favors to try to get this race win. Of course, Preece looking for his 1st career win, but Daniel Suarez, your defending NR2003 2022 champion, looking to win the Daytona 500 for the 1st time in his career here. Can he do it? Daniel Suarez, 2 laps remaining to be the first foreign-born driver to win the Daytona 500. He leads as Erik Jones once again goes underneath Ryan Preece. Ryan Preece still has nothing. Him and Erik Jones' cars are so equal that none of them can stay clear of each other and get the big draft from the other. Down the backstretch, Preece trying to stay behind Erik Jones, but you know he wants to get ahead of him and try to get that shove. As they make their way now through 3 and 4, coming to the white flag. Daniel Suarez looking for his first Daytona 500 victory in his career, to do it for his hometown of Monterrey, Mexico. White flag, final laps of Mike Credit One Bank in the Daytona 500 for Daniel Suarez. Ryan Preece once again goes underneath Erik Jones. I don't think Ryan Preece is going to be able to do anything, as he just can't stay ahead of Erik Jones for too long, and when he stays behind him, he just goes to make a move. This will pretty much probably be the end of Ryan Preece's run for the Daytona 500 win here, as Daniel Suarez can honestly cruise down the backstretch and through the final corner to get the win, as Preece will pull ahead of Erik Jones. They're still going to be side by side heading to turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Through 3, now through turn 4 for the final time. It is going to be Daniel Suarez becoming the first foreign-born driver to win the Daytona 500. Daniel Suarez is going to win the Daytona 500. Ryan Preece, your runner-up. Erik Jones, third. Here you have Chase Elliott, Justin Haley, Bubba Wallace, Christopher Bell, and Kyle Larson, the last car running, as Daniel Suarez wins the Daytona 500. The first foreign-born driver to do so, and he holds off Ryan Preece, who swept the stages and had a strong car, as only 8 cars finished the race in an absolute wreck fest. And you'll see the point standings after race 1, the Daytona 500, shortly. Now we see the standings. As you see, Daniel Suarez, of course, locked into the playoffs with that win now to start the year. Then Ryan Preece, Harvick, Almirola, Stewart-Haas Racing got 3 of their guys in the top 4 in points, looking very nice. Then you see everyone else: Almirola, Jones, Burton, Larson, Haley, Ty Dillon, Chase Elliott, Bell, Bubba Wallace, McLeod, Bowman, Blaney, and Kyle Busch start the season above the cut line, with the first 5 out right now being Gilliland, Cindric, Hamlin, Allmendinger, and Chastain. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.